No, you're measuring the angular distance between a star and a point on the horizon.
A point on the
That's it.
horizon?
All right,
So-
are you going to do it? Or are
Sorry,
you
the
just
point
gonna
on the
sit down and
horizon?
try and play
Sorry,
word
Bob,
games?
stop. I've got about 10
right,
quotes
well-
of you saying the horizon's not needed on QE's channel. It was trimmed out by YouTube also. Shout out to you.
So you don't need a horizon with a sextant, no.
Go
Saying
ahead.
the horizon.
Go ahead and
There's he
solve
chanting
it
through me.
or move
Why
on.
is he chanting through me? I don't get it. What's wrong?
You don't need
And-
a horizon for a sextant.
Why is he chanting through me? I'm clarifying that you specifically on this show told us you don't need the horizon. What's going on?
So you don't need a horizon with a sextant, no.
You unlock this door with the key of
retardation.
beyond it is another dimension. You're moving into a land of
Bullshittery.
You've just crossed over into
The numpty zone.
You are so dumb. Damn.
No, you're measuring the angular distance between a star and a point on the horizon.
A point on the
That's it.
horizon?
All right,
So-
are you going to do it? or are
Sorry,
you
the
just
point
gonna
on the
sit down and
horizon?
try and play
Sorry,
word
Bob,
games?
stop. I've got about 10
right,
quotes of
well-
you saying the horizon's not needed on QE's channel. It was trimmed out by YouTube also. Shout out to you.
So you don't need a horizon with a sextant, no.
Don't need. You sound
I
a
do
little
this.
bit, a little bit quivery in your voice there, Bob. You don't need the horizon.
Of course not.
No, you're measuring the angular distance between a star and a point on the horizon.
So you don't need a horizon with a sextant, no.
Hey, I've got a sextant challenge for you in the timeout chat. It'll prove that celestial navigation, which is based on spherical trigonometry, works. Nope, got to have a triangle for that. No, there's no triangle. No, there's no triangle. But you're more than welcome to use flat earth trig to do it. No, there's no triangle. No, there's no triangle.
That we will require spherical trig to do this. Will we or won't we?
Absolutely.
Well, okay, how are we going to do that without triangles, Bob? Do you want to define what trig is? The two different trigs. If we're not going to need triangles, can you define what that means?
Busted! Numpty dipshit! You're a retard! Unbelievable, folks.
Seriously, Bob, you've laid out a challenge, but when we come to clarify how it will prove for sphere Earth, you said we could either use flat Earth trig or we could use spherical trig. But then you've gone on to deny triangles.
No, there's no triangle. No, there's no triangle.
Got a question there, Bobbaroonie. If there's no triangle, bum sniffer, then why do we need to use trigonometry, which is the study of triangles?
I don't get the... I seriously don't get the mentality that would do this. It's humiliating for you.
Turn out the lights.
Double speaking, tender clown face monkey.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end.
Ballers scattered on dawn's highway bleeding. Fallacies and refravity crowd their fragile eggshell minds.
So what's trig? For the audience's benefit, this dumbfounded silence is what you get when you become a fundamentalist religious zealot chanting about measuring angles on a curved surface. You start denying that you're doing triangulation, or that you even need triangles, or that there's even adjacent that you need at all. That's what you get to. Do you realise how stupid you sound?
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird's a winner.
You're a clown. Well, everyone you heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. Bird is a word. Ha! How's it going out there, guys? Welcome. Got a great one lined up for you. Maybe. If you'd like to support this channel, there are PayPal and Patreon links in the info box below. Had a mess of people in Discord before I went live here. Let's see if they're still there. I did see the beautiful Betty Van Velsen in there without an attitude, surprisingly. Let's check on her. Hey, Betty.
Without an attitude?
Yeah.
You were expecting an attitude?
Isn't that standard, like, SOP?
Well, I can give you an attitude.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, depends on the day. And, yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's great, thanks.
So, yeah, I'm very short today. All right. So what are we doing today?
I'm typing in chat. I'm sorry. It's hard for me to do two things. You know, I'm a man. I can only do one thing at a time.
Yeah, but LOL is not that difficult to write.
Well, I'm not writing LOL.
That's the last result I see in here in the chat.
We got James Mays back in here. Haven't seen James in a coon's age. What's up, James? Welcome to the show, man. And a Patreon, by the way.
Yeah, he's one of your Patreons. Yeah.
Yep.
Shouldn't you do a shout out soon? Because I think it's in the regulations.
In our regulations, I think it's in the bylaws for next week.
Sure.
Is it next? Remember, it's the first of the month.
Yeah, but you missed then the first of this month, didn't you?
I don't think so. I got them the first of this month.
Oh, maybe you did. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Somebody says, QE, what's your thoughts on ravioli?
He wants us to get into it right off the bat, right? I'm not a big fan. I guess I was ruined as a kid with canned ravioli. You know, was it ragu or I can't remember.
Franco-American.
That's what it was. Yeah. They were. I didn't know any better. Right, and you needed to get as a kid, you just ate everything, right? I can't do that anymore. My son's doing that right now, but I digress. But yeah, not that big a fan right now. I could be persuaded otherwise if there was some really good ravioli. It depends on what you put in it, and the sauce, obviously.
Isn't that all combined in a can?
It is, but I'm not too big on canned foods either. It's just not right.
Well, it's good to have some cans on the shelf sometimes.
Well, it is. Everything has its place, right? But I'd like to eat fresh foods. I like fresh. Now, I will go to frozen, right? Frozen, that's
that loaf.
Frozen's not that bad. I can deal with frozen, like frozen vegetable. If I don't have fresh vegetables, then frozen will be good. I think everyone can agree with that. Frozen are excellent, but canned vegetables, I don't think so.
Well, some things don't go over well when it's frozen.
Yeah, some things don't, but most things do, like corn and mixed vegetables and
Yeah, but if you have cooked something, or you, for example, some loaves of bread that are sort of you can only sort of get them in the freezer for a week or so, and then you should take them out because the integrity of the bread is like nasty.
Yeah. On occasion, yeah. You never put like bread in the refrigerator, right?
Yeah, we do sometimes.
Yeah, you're asking for it. It'll go stale faster.
Yeah. Well, didn't you put that loaf in the freezer as well?
Yeah, it's there's 2 loaves in there.
Yeah, what's that name of that loaf? Pain whatever.
Pain Pisano?
Pain in the ass.
Not in mine.
Mom, I put the pain in the ass in the freezer.
It was really thanks. It was really, I'm glad you're laughing about that. You just crack yourself up.
Sure. Well, at least I do it myself then. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm good at that.
When we first got the bread, remember I told you I was ordering the bread, right? And then we're sitting down for dinner. It was supposed to come that day and it never came. And we're sitting down for dinner. And I said my wife, Susan. I said, where's the bread? She goes, wait a second. It was a late one. It was like 6:30, 7 o'clock. She goes, wait one. She goes over to, it's here. I said, hack me off a slice of that. Right in the middle of dinner. So it was right on time. Yeah, perfect.
And then you broke your teeth on the frozen loaf.
I did not. I don't eat the bread frozen, love.
Well, if she whips up that bread in the middle of a meal without any preparation, where's that loaf, honey? And then you get that out of the freezer. Like, yikes, right?
Yeah, and it doesn't take too long for it to defrost. It's just that type of bread. It doesn't take too long. And by the way, I toast it. I have a toaster oven, so I toast that bread. It makes it just, it makes it crunchier. Just relax. It makes it the outer edge a little crunchier, even after it being frozen, and it's real crisp, right? And it just a touch of sweetness when you toast bread, because it releases the sugars from the starches. That's a trade secret, by the way. So you just toast it a little bit. Now sometimes I forget about it. It burns, has a real bad smell. But then everything's safe because I just hack off another piece.
And nobody else gets any.
Say again?
What's the name of it?
Pain Pisano.
I said nobody else can get anything of it because you slice just another one out of it. Huh?
They're welcome to it, but it seems that I'm the only one eating it. Now, my daughter's not here right now. When she comes back and she gets a hold of it, look out. She's going to love it.
Especially when she comes back.
Yeah, when she comes back. But my son, my son's really finicky. So I don't think he's tried it.
Oh.
So.
Well, maybe you shouldn't, because if you ever did, then there would be a fight going on.
Susan likes it with olive oil and garlic.
Yeah.
But
that's the way to do it.
Yeah. But she's currently on a diet, so she's kind of cutting back.
Yeah, but how about garlic and that other stuff? What was it? Oil?
Oh, bruschetta. Bruschetta. Yeah, we haven't. I kind of put that on the back burner for right now, but we'll find a good recipe for that. Yeah, that's still on the table.
Back burner, it burns. It's probably burned.
Yeah, we gotta put a little delay on that. Oh, I'm still good. I'm all right. So we got into food. Where's that? Oh, Adam said he might be a little bit late. I told him he better be on time, and he's not here. He's gonna get it from me.
Yeah. Last week we were early, and then he was there, and now we are late, and now he's even more late.
Yeah.
How is that?
Yeah, you're gonna have to. There's gonna be. I'm gonna garnish his wages.
Well, I know how you pay, so that's something. Gonna be any punishment at all.
That'll be just about enough out of you. What's up, Righteous?
Oh, hey. Not much, I guess.
I seen you pop in here. Good to have you.
Righteous, you have to say the sky, because the sky is always up.
All right. Sky.
Don't tell him what to say. Go say hi. Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, you don't like instructions overall, right?
I can follow instructions.
If someone says do this or do that, you're not the one to.
I can follow instructions just fine.
Yeah, only if you have wages.
Negative. That's. Don't listen to that crap. She's just making stuff up right now, just to cast a shadow on my character.
Oh, no, it's true. I'm asking you sometimes, can you do this for me and that for me? And it's no, right? It's always no.
That's a no way. Like
no
what?
Time, no feeling for it. Nah, not now. I'm gonna shoot. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bunch of baloney.
That's a good answer, actually, from QV. I mean, if you commit, you got to go all the way through. Now you're busy to do that.
Yeah, well, that's true, right? But that means that he's not a committer.
A committer to what?
do the things that people ask.
Yes, I am. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it.
In the Bible, it says if someone asks for your mantle, you give them also your undergarment.
Yeah, and?
Well, you don't.
Oh, I don't. See?
I like the way you just like snap at that. It's so funny. It's so easy to get you riled up.
Yeah. I was a little fired up today. I got fired up in Nathan's show.
Oh?
Yeah, I just meandered on in there. I woke up late. You know the deal. And I can't sit in there. I can't go anywhere, right? Like I told you, I'm not doing socks. I don't play that. So I go in there. I just sort of mind meld, just stare and listen. No, right away, QE. I'm like, oh man. Start asking me questions and stuff. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
But you'll have that.
That's the commitment, right? You show up, you be committed.
When I show up, I'm committed.
Yeah. Or be committed.
I am.
In the sense of build.
Or be committed. Too funny.
Yeah. I want to address one comment in the comment section here. Dutch females can be difficult, says Arwin. like, right?
He knows you well.
He knows Dutch women well, I think. Yeah. Too funny.
So we done with the food?
Oh, I am.
No more food. Who brought up that ravioli? Was that Arwen?
No, someone in the chat. I think it was. I don't know. Who was it? I don't know. It's a while back.
All right.
Does it matter?
No.
Good. Yeah.
All right.
I know a series that was called Ravioli, and it was about a couple of kids that had gotten some money from their parents. The parents had to go away for a while, and they got some money to take care of their food and whatever. And they decided to get the things that they liked most, and it was ravioli. So they bought a lot of cans of ravioli so that they could sort of cover the time when their parents would be back. And spend the other money that was left, they would spend on joy and fun and whatever. But then they found out very quickly that after about maybe 5 days of eating ravioli, that they would
Yeah,
I remember that series, and it sort of gives you a sort of a moral lesson that even though something might be really good or funny or really nice, right? Having it every day the same way isn't funny, nice, and good. Right?
That's with anything,
it's
though.
So it is just because you have it sometimes. It's just the special times that you get what you want and what's nice, right?
Yeah, you can't be eating the same thing all the time. It's not only get sick of it, it's not healthy for you.
Yeah, well, how did these kids know? But they learned a hard lesson, didn't they? Yep.
All right,
That's why I had a sort of notion of ravioli as being nasty. I never tried it. I never had it, ever. But just because of that series, I never wanted to try it at all.
Oh, you definitely do, especially if it's homemade. You definitely would want to try it then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I had just for a lot of times at like family reunions and picnics and stuff like that. We had some Italians in the family, and they'd make a big pot of ravioli. I was all into that. Don't you worry about that. And that's not like Neil was talking about. That's not like the canned. You forget about that. No comparison.
I see a funny joke in the side chat.
Uh-oh.
Why do all hot dogs look the same?
Why do all hot dogs what?
Look the same.
I don't know.
Because they're all inbred.
Because they're all
Because
in.
they're all
Oh, jeez.
And it's a joke from Southeast Banana Can. Thank you for that. It's a really good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. It got me thinking for a second. I said, wait a second, that doesn't make any sense. And and it was a pun. So good job.
Yeah. I think, yeah, who's good at the puns? 10th Man was good with the puns. Right?
Yeah, he's all over.
He would have gotten that before anybody else.
Yeah, he would have.
Too funny. So what's happening on the flatland? And you said you were into a discussion on Nathan. What did they drag you into?
It was Brian asked me a question about something. Like I said, I told him. I said, "Give me a break, man. I just woke up." But then he kept on with it, and I said, "Okay, now I'm awake," and dealt with that. I think I fired into left lane, Mister It Works. I fired into him after, because he was chat skanking about surprisingly the same thing that Bob Rooney that I just played in the beginning. Just to digress a minute, you got a numpty dipshit, Bob the pseudoscience fallacy guy, comes in here. He's so delusional, right? And he says, and I'm going to play it on our way out too, by the way. He comes in and says about the sextant, well, you can use spherical trig or you can use flat earth trig. It's better said planar trig, right? But I digress with that too. He's just a numpty. And then the very next breath, he said there's no triangles. Now, how can you do that? You're just showing everyone that you're an abject moron. Dunning-Kruger clinical level, because it's a paradox, because trigonometry is the study of triangles, right? But he just keeps going like there's nothing wrong. You're exposed, Mr. No Circle. He doesn't even know what a circle is, but now this is even better. Say again?
No circle, no triangle.
Yeah, he doesn't know what circles are. He doesn't know what trigonometry is whatsoever. Just listen, I don't have to do anything. I just let them speak.
That reminds me of people that these kids playing with a box with these shapes, and they have the blocks in a shape, and they have to put it through the shape to get it into the box. Mm-hmm. And then it wouldn't work, and then they just would sort of open the lid and put them in, right? Just the easy way. They don't recognize the shapes and forms. They can't cope with that, right?
Yeah. I mean, this is voluntarily walking into a public, area, getting a really long spade shovel, turning it around, holding it at the bottom by the handle, and then start smacking yourself in the face with it. This is what it is. This is what these ballers do. It's hilarious.
A high pain level, because if you're smacking yourself in the head, you would feel it from time to time, I hope.
No, not in the head, in the face.
Well, even worse.
That's what they do. I mean, obviously, if you guys just listen to that, I mean, if that doesn't clue you, I don't know what to do for you. I really don't. So, anything he says after that, this is tantamount to, like, the chairman of PETA getting videotaped live, clubbing baby seals with a nail spike 44 Louisville Slugger the night before, and then he comes in Monday morning. That was Sunday night. He comes in Monday morning like nothing happened. This is what it's tantamount to. Yeah. I don't get it. It's insane. He's insane. Yep. Yep. And then I got people saying, did you watch Bob's video? No. No, I'm not watching any videos from a person that doesn't know what a circle is or trigonometry is in this discussion. I'm not going to do it. Sorry. He's already dead meat back there. Follow? My word. Yeah. Oh, so I didn't answer your question. So we had the chat skank in there. Mr. It Works. Left lane should have changed lanes. He's in there. Well, didn't somebody offer you a sextant challenge? And it just rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, I give you your sextant challenge. You don't even know what it is, number one. Number two, we already dealt with that, Bob the Bonehead. So I got a little medieval on him afterwards. Nathan had to take it at first. Nathan, calm down. Even when Nathan was calm with him and trying to explain matters simply, that an incoherent second grader can understand, because he knew he was compromised. I don't even know if he's smart enough to realize that. Maybe somebody told him. He knew that he was compromised. So what did he do? He appealed to Sally's snowflakeness, even though Nathan wasn't raising his voice at him. That I just went off. So he could then appeal to Sally's snowflakeness with me. I gave him the reason to. Follow?
Yeah, I remember when I was crying back in the days when I was little, crying over something, and then my mom would say, "Shall I smack you on the butt so that you can really have a reason to cry?"
Yeah, that's exactly it. You got it.
Yeah.
Snowflake.
I never said yes, though. But they did.
Then I sang it to him. Snowflake Sally. Gotta get your snowflake on.
Jeez.
Sniveling Sally Snowflakes, the Balltards, right? Of course.
I do to sort of be glad that you have a different sort of hobby now instead of the music, and that you didn't have that.
There's another backhanded slight.
Oh, it's just a comment.
Yeah. I wouldn't call it a hobby. I'd call it an obsession at this point.
The singing? I hope not.
Nah, the shooting. See, I told you we'd get into it.
Yeah, obsession, yes. So, okay, go on with your obsession. What happened?
So, yesterday, see, my obsession is sort of weather dependent. Not weather, weather and temperature dependent. So, as I showed Betty, I think it was it Saturday? Was it Friday where I sent you the weather forecast and pointed an arrow to the degrees?
An arrow, yeah.
2 arrows to 50 degrees. See, 50 degrees is it's my go line, right? So when the temperature hits 50 degrees, then that's shooting time because I got a target set up outside. So every day after yesterday is bad. We're in a deep freeze again. So we're ebbing and flowing.
You can take it indoor, right? You can't take it indoors.
I can go to the indoor range. I can't take this indoor. No, I'm not going to shoot this indoor.
What is this? Arrows?
Target.
What else can you shoot?
What?
What else can you shoot than arrows? I mean, how can you not take this indoors?
I can't take the target indoors, love, because it's set up on the squat rack.
Yeah, but you have indoor ranges that you can go to.
Yeah, but I have to pay for those.
Yeah, you cheap shot.
I'm not cheap. I'll probably, because back to the discussion about the weather, we're in a deep freeze, so for the next 5 or 6 days, so that's a bummer. So I'm going to have to, I'll probably go to the indoor range Thursday and Friday. Because I'm jonesing right now hard because I want to go shoot. Even though yesterday I shot more than 200 arrows. I was out there for 4.5 hours by myself.
I think it's the best.
It is the best. I like being by myself. There should have been a tape recorder down there. It would have been hilarious. I'm always, listen, I talk to myself. So down there, nobody's around, right? So I just go down in there. It's me and the wood line. Now there's other neighbors and stuff. They come out on their porches. They can see. But for the most part, I'm by myself. So I can have discussions with myself.
Well, didn't you say that you had some wildlife checking in from time to time?
Yeah, the opossum didn't come by yesterday. I have an opossum, right? That he and I don't like. I just call them. Let's just call them possums. Let's leave the O off.
They're cute.
Let's leave the O off. But for the past 3 times before that, at 3:30, I'd hear him coming through the wood line because it's really quiet, right? Except for me shooting, but that's not really loud. But I hear him coming because all the leaves are on the ground, and you hear, and I go, oh, he came by the first time, and I was like, am I going to have to shoot him? But I would never do that. So he come by the first time. I'm like, hey, dude, he's only like 30 feet away from me. I'm like, hey, man, he's across the fence. But you could see him. You could see through fence, just wire, right? And every day after that, at 3:30, he's got his timing down. He walks up that lane right there, and he did it 3 days in a row. And I said, that's really cool, man. He's all timed out. But that's bad if you keep the same routine all the time, because that means people can track your dumb ass. So, and I was out there yesterday, right, from quarter after, I think I got out there a quarter after 12. It was a cold 50 degrees, by the way, but we'll get to that. And I looked down at the, I stopped off, I got some more arrows because I Robin Hooded one, as you already seen. And I looked at the, I have my phone down there, and it was 3:30, and I'm like, well, what's up? He didn't come yesterday.
Maybe he was busy.
He could have been busy. Could have been eating some roadkill or
I don't
something.
know. Are these creatures, are they sort of like hibernating?
Possums? Possums don't hibernate.
No.
I don't think.
Okay. Oh, they have to have some food somewhere then.
Yeah, he's searching for food all the time. I usually, when I had my old grill outside, because the grill stays outside, right? And you know the fat dripping pan? That was sort of open, right? And we always cook on the grill in the wintertime. We're grillers, right? And every once in a while, I'd go out and look up on the back deck, and I'd see a real long tail, and I go, yeah, he's in the back there slurping up that fat. Yeah. But now we have on the new grill, it's all closed off. They can't get in there, so. Yep. So they're not hibernating.
Yeah. And you can't shoot the neighbor's dog, right? Because that's out from time to time.
Yeah, when the neighbors, I told the neighbors, because I already told them, what I was doing. I didn't want them, I wanted to pass it along to them, just to tell them that I'll be shooting out here, and I didn't want to be a jerk about it and not say anything to them, right? And I said, listen, I'm going to be shooting a bow and arrows and stuff, and I told them if their dogs come out, they're running around the yard, I'll just hold off until they're done, until they go back in, So that happened one time yesterday, only 5 minutes. Nice little break. But I know everyone's interested in my day yesterday. That's why they're staying here. Getting a lot of viewers. So I seen the 50. I got the weather report down on call that? It's on the computer down there on the last line. You know what I mean. Anyway.
Yeah, you can see it, right? They changed that up so that you can see the temperature outside.
Yeah. So I seen, as soon as it hit 50, I go, oh, yeah, here we go. And I walked outside, but the sun wasn't shining. It was cloudy, and it was a nice little breeze going. That was a cold 50, people, let me tell you. I froze my butt off down there for the first, 45 minutes. I was stretching and working out a little bit, trying to get loose. Here's what I did find out, though. It takes me 30 shots to warm up. So 30 arrows I need to warm up. So I'm not looking at hitting anything specifically, right? I just go out there and just start shooting. It doesn't matter where I hit. I just got to get warmed up. So it takes anywhere between 25 and 30. I've been trying to figure that out, right? Anything before that, I don't go out there and start shooting, at the X's right off the bat. That's just no way. That's acme of foolishness right there.
You know what I find funny? That you said that you already had to duct tape that target back already because of the damage you've done to it.
Yep. The burlap, it can only last so long, and I put a number in the X's, so that's starting to get a little tore up. So I use, like a wise guy, I didn't know this at the time, but about 3 weeks ago, I told my wife to go ahead and pick up some red duct tape, right? But my reticle is blue and red. So so that creates a problem, right? So I'm looking at, so I taped it up with red with the X, and I put my reticle on it, and it disappears in it. But that's not all. That's not all that bad because I'm in the lane, right? I know when it disappears, I'm in there, right? Follow?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I wonder if that target bag. I mean, this is an expensive thing, right? But if you can sort of shoot all the time in the middle, right? You would wreck it, right?
Yeah, it's gonna get wrecked.
So how can you do something about that doesn't get wrecked?
Here, we'll show everyone what I'm talking about since they have no clue. I'm just talking about it. Hold on. You're gonna love this, folks. Let's see if it's good though. Hold on a second. See if it's. Oh, let me take that off. Gonna be good. Oh yeah, this is good. So this is what we're talking about, right? See the fence over here. You see the possum. He comes walking up from down below down here, and he comes walking up this lane right here. Doot 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 doot. Doesn't even look over at me, right? So that's what I'm talking about with the wired fence. So the target right here is speed bag 28, right? So I was tearing this yellow X all to shreds, right? And the stuffing started to come out a little bit. And I said, uh-oh. So I put that red piece of tape on there, on duct tape. So there you go. That's what we're talking about. How you like that group? Huh? 20 yards. I've only been shooting for like a couple weeks. Look out, baby. Yeah. I'm bragging about myself. That's a nice little group right there, though. So let's go for some more. So you can see it's where it's tore up, right? And the other dots are tore up because I try to stay out of here and shoot the other dots, right? But I don't like that. I like center mass, right? So we're looking good here still. I had to raise up the sight a little bit. I think this is one of my first shots. Not too bad. That's not a bad grouping right there. Was that the same?
You got a super chat, by the way.
Say again?
You got a super chat.
Oh, really? They feeling all right?
It's from Tony Whitcomb. He's a sort of a regular chatter. What drink do ballers hate? Sprite. They hate the taste of the firmament.
Sprite in the firmament. Look at you, Tony. I haven't heard one of those in where you been?
Yeah.
All right. So we're still on top. Thanks, Tony. Uh-oh, somebody said something. Good.
I said that's a very clever pun, that is. I quite like that.
Ah, there he is, Mr. Adam, Mr. I'll be late.
It's half time. I'm going again in a minute. We're 2-0 up. I can't. But I'll be back.
You're leaving again?
Oh, you dare, after you've just been showing reason we have to change times. We're having the best time after 10 years, my football team, mate, and I can't miss it at the moment. It's just too much pleasure. So, but it's half time, so I thought I'd say how you're going.
All right, Adam, we're going over target. We're going over target shooting, man.
Yeah. I was looking, nice groupings, mate.
That's not too bad, right? For somebody that's just that I'm more or less a numpty trying to figure it out on my own, right?
That looks good.
That's an even better one, right? That was later in the evening. So my red, this is a little tore up here. So I'm gonna get some yellow duct tape and put it around here. I'll have to be doing that, consistently now from here on. Now I can also turn this target around. So don't forget about that. Right. There's the Robin Hood. You know what? I was going to toss this arrow, but I'm not going to. You know why? Now, I have to toss the knock. See, you got to be real careful. I check the arrows after every single shot iteration. When I go down range, I pull those arrows out. They're getting inspected. The reason being is if you somehow break an arrow, it doesn't look broken, but it is, or the knock is clipped and you don't notice it, guess what's going to happen when you put that back in the bow to fire it?
It explodes.
Yeah, that and you'll dry. Not only will you possibly get hurt, you'll dry fire the bow, and that can explode too. So you got to be real careful. So I just got to get in the routine to check them every time. But this one, I think I can save this one. Obviously, I can't save the knock. You can't see it right here, but it's got a big gouge taken out of it. And this is the metal piece that goes inside the arrow, so it saved my arrow. So I can save this. Everything from here down is good. So fletchings are good. The point's good, no problem. So I can.
Alwyn says duct tape.
You can't duct tape that, man.
It's just from chat.
So what else we got here? So there's the target that here's a good look at it. How about that? So I got myself a squat rack. And I didn't have the bar, so I had to go buy another bar. It's not a weightlifting bar. All I needed was an iron bar. And I put these up here with D-rings, and it's got handles on the side, so I just put her up there. That's a nice little target on some blocks. I showed this picture to one of the target companies because I was looking. They have a target I like, but it's 36 inches by 36 inches. This is 28 inches by 28 inches, and I like that 36 by 36. So I was asking a bunch of questions because I only have 34.5 inches from bar to bar. And I said, is it possible I can squeeze their target in here? Right? I said, are the sides, malleable? And she said, nope. They're 36 by 36, and that's it. So that target's not going to work on this one. Right? But she did like the concept.
Well, she may never had that sort of questionnaire before.
Yeah. This was the first day, too, when I put it up. You can see my box down here, little trinkets and stuff. But, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So this was, I think I'm standing about 10 yards away right here. I think that's what it's at. So I think that's it for now.
So the max that you can do in your neighbor's garden is 20?
No, it's not a garden. It's his yard. No, 35.
Whatever. Okay. So you can sort of go back a little.
See how far back I've went? So right here at where the slide is, right there is 10 yards. Go straight out 10 yards. Back where I'm at now, that's 20 yards.
Yeah, it gets smaller, right?
And then 35 yards.
Yeah. Well, according to the ballers, it would be like behind the horizon.
Yeah, right.
Well, I was going to say the same, Betty. Irrespective of how far away, it's still 6 inches wide, that bullseye. From an orthographic thing, you're aiming at the same thing, aren't you?
Yeah, right. That dot right there. Look at that thing. Hey.
Same size, John, whether it's 10 meters away or 20 meters away.
Yeah, ballers are morons. All right. So you guys got a little view into my obsession.
And it is a regular obsession, yeah. An addiction.
I got to give you this one. Sorry about that. So this is what I do when I'm not shooting, because that target's not weatherized. That means sunlight. Sunlight will kill it. It'll eat that burlap right away. And any rain, any moisture. So I put a 16-ply tarp over it. Nothing's getting through this. Some bungee cords. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah.
So you're holding it hostage.
Yeah, I'm holding it hostage. It's got that. What's that symbol? I didn't hear. I was rumpusing you. Say it again.
I said it was chained to the fence or not?
No, I'm not chaining it.
Oh, but you were planning on it. You thought that somebody would run away with it.
They can, if they really wanted to, they could come down and steal it.
Huh.
What are you gonna do? I can't, I can't guard everything.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty heavy, isn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah. It's about 75 pounds.
Yeah, so it's not something that you put over your shoulder and run away with. And you would be making yourself a target.
Yeah, you'd be a target then, right? If I see you coming up over the wood line, look out.
Yeah, and but then it would be a moving target, right? Maybe a sort of extra like difficulty shooting.
Yeah. We might throw that into the mix. That's moving targets are gonna. Nah, that's gonna be a little bit. We'll probably have to wait for a couple years for that one.
Yeah, but 3D, right? Is that the next sort of thing?
Yeah, 3D's next. Yep. Well, I got to set the sight scale first, and that's coming up in March. So I can practice. I got a good little. Well, it's the 25th now, so I got about 4 weeks until I set up the sight scale. What you have to do is you got to shoot at 20 yards, and then they say 60. It's good to get a good distance between the 20 and the 60. And once you do that, that's sort of based on your arrow speed, and they got sight tapes that match up. So once I mark where I'm hitting with the 20, and I'm hitting really good with the 60, I got about 25 sight tapes that I can try to marry up one that matches 20 and 60. And once I find that one, then I have ranges from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And I think it goes up to 120, if I'm not mistaken. You don't have to shoot at all those. It's already calibrated to shoot at those ranges without shooting them, just from the 20 and the 60, if you follow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I got a couple more things to add to the bow, and then to max out the poundage, I think I'm going to do that either Friday or Tuesday. Tuesday and next week. That might be a problem.
Why?
Because I got a show Tuesday, so I'm going to have to be doing all that stuff. So it's either going to be Friday, Saturday, or Tuesday. So we'll see. We'll just remain flexible on that.
Yep. Okay.
Good.
So did you have anything other than bow content today?
I can't be arsed.
Well, maybe Adam has something that he encountered on Flat Earth.
He didn't leave
I
yet?
can't be asked either. The second option might start.
Too funny. You say it again. I want to hear it in the real English.
I can't be asked.
Nice.
I can't be arsed.
You sound a bit more like Brian when you're doing that. There's a Gaelic tinge to it, so. It's more about just being lazy. If you speak with the Midlands accent, it's about being lazy in your English. So dropping your H's and just rolling stuff. So
yeah,
can't be asked. Yeah.
I practice that too.
So are we sort of like getting to the end of the topic of Flat Earth then?
No.
Oh, apparently we are like done with it, right? There's nothing new under the sun.
No. There's always, like I said, we're digging them up, right? And then we're stabbing them all over again, then dancing on their graves.
Sounds weird.
Yeah, it's not over. There's always new people. I'll tell you what, there's a bunch of new people headed into this subject. I've been noticing. Yeah.
Well, maybe we should sort of circle back. I think I heard someone before the show that they brought up gravity again.
Gravity?
Maybe we should go back. Yeah, maybe we should go over that again and explain if people say, well, gravity works, whatever. Maybe speak on that way again, right?
Yeah.
Because it's been buried a long time. Maybe we should bring that on up and stamp that to death again. Then.
Yeah, well, you know what? We might do that for Saturday, Ballbuster Saturday, guys. That'll be 2 p.m. It's still going to be cold. It's getting a little warmer Saturday. I think Sunday's going to be shooting day, but I digress. Saturday, Ballbusters at 2 p.m. U.S. Central, 8 p.m. UK. I hope I'm correct on that. We're going to do logical fallacies. That's a really popular presentation. We'll go over them, and maybe for the next Ballbuster, you want to do gravity?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Just bring it back up and show us where it came from. Because you did the whole 9 yards on the scientific method and all that the science, right? Presentation. So the whole gravity thing has many times over something to do with that, because it's no science at all.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we could do that's up on the list for discussion. I think we might do that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it's also for the newbies that sort of pass by all these presentations and shows. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Just to bring it back up.
Okay.
Okay, good. So that's one coming up next.
That will be next after the next one.
So Adam, which one is your favorite fallacy that they use?
My favourite fallacy. I hate to be. Nathan made me do the walk of shame today. He was talking about his evangelical conversion of Dr. John Dee in his recognition of science, and he just made me recollect our first early chats, and you reminded me of the scientific method. And I know we've done it. I think it needs to just reiterate. And there was a seasoned flat earther, so someone that's been doing their own good work for quite a while in the scene, came into flat Earth debate, and it was a little cringy, weren't it? Really, to be honest, as she had to be schooled on what the scientific method is and why it's important we preserve it and understand its importance. I'd still, as much as we go on to these things, there's nothing better. We can get into fallacies and we can look at this stuff, but fundamentally, the easiest way to take them apart is to go through the science with them and watch them crumble as what they try to put on the table has no science in it. But if we're talking about newbies coming in, that's still, I know we keep doing it to death, but I say from this week's experience, it still needs reiterating.
So don't stray away too far away from the science, right? Get back to it, is what you're saying?
Yeah, we can have fun with fallacies, and that's the next level, isn't it? But if we're dealing with newbies aren't ready for fallacy and the nuances of fallacy. They need tooling up. Science, black swan, then fallacy.
Huh. So what you're saying, after logical fallacies, go back to science?
I'm not. I'm saying it's worthy of 3 or 4 minutes every episode to me, because it's the linchpin that stops fallacy. It's the that underpinning knowledge that in many cases will make you realise they're using fallacy. Mm-hmm. It's all right. Yeah. I know it's boring, but it is. I said from the Flat Earth debates this week, I'm not having a go at Flat Earth Goddess, but it seems that message still isn't clear. And the tool and the weapon that's available to us, I don't think has been made clear as to how powerful it can be if you hold them to scientific method. I've done rambling because second half started.
Second half? Second half of what?
Forest v Barnsley, mate. We're 2-0 up. Come on.
That's sounds like gibberish.
It's football. It is gibberish, mate, but it's very pleasurable gibberish.
Oh, yeah.
Bit like archery.
Hey. Don't you dare.
Too far? Did I go too far? Did I?
Yeah, a little bit too far there. So. Yeah. All right, what else? I'm not doing any science right now, and thanks, by the way, Betty, for trying to give me some clearance for eating a banana. It didn't quite make it. Sorry for being late. Oh, I can't use hay bales, man, because my neighbor's allergic. He's got he's allergic to hay, so I can't. I thought we already went over this. I can't get bells. Nope, that's not going to work. So I'm not going to mention anything about science right now. Does anyone want to mention it? You want to bring up a topic? What would be a good one? Hello? My mic still working? Doesn't sound like it. Hello?
Works to me. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, jeez. All right,
Sorry,
thanks. Jeez, oh man, guys.
I wasn't suggesting don't do fallacies. I was just merely suggesting that within any episode, it seems pertinent and in relation to what you're saying with regards to there are lots of newbies coming in.
Right.
Just keep refreshing that point. It doesn't necessarily need to be the focus of the show, but within it, a redefinition would seem, let's say, useful.
All right, I guess I can summarize it real quick. Within natural science, first of all, the term science just means to know, right? So that's not what we're talking about. The ballers tend to equivocate with that word. That is, given two or more different senses of the same term in the same argument, that's a fallacy, right? So we're not talking just about the word science. We're talking about natural science. That is physics, chemistry, biochemistry, biology, parts of biology, parts of chemistry. That's what we're talking about. Like, duh, right? Not talking about computer science, right? For natural science, there's certain things you need. The biggest one that you need is hypothesis, right? Hope that you've heard that term before, right? It has a very definite meaning. So every single time, if you say, I have scientific evidence, then the next thing out of your mouth better be the hypothesis or the observed natural phenomenon, which gave you half of your hypothesis. Either one will work, right? Because if you give me the hypothesis, I'm going to have the dependent variable. The dependent variable comes from the first step, observed natural phenomena. Hope everyone follows that. So you must have a hypothesis. So what's a hypothesis? That's a good question. I ask everyone that, right? For years. Most don't get it. I would say all don't get it, even after 2 or 58 times, right? Hypothesis is simple. It's a simple supposition into a natural cause and effect relationship. It contains an independent variable and dependent variable. That's what a hypothesis is. As simple as that. No theatrics, not an educated guess. Nope, that's incomplete. It's a supposition into a natural cause and effect relationship. It has an independent and dependent variable. Done. That's what a hypothesis is. If you don't know that, then you would fail 5th grade general science. Simple as that. And every single scientific claim must have a hypothesis. Got to have it. And with its, if the hypothesis is the queen, then the king is experiment. And the experiment comes from your hypothesis statement, because an experiment is a hypothesis test. So in a hypothesis, you have independent, dependent variables. That's your natural cause. The cause is your independent variable that must be manipulated by the researcher. And the dependent variable is the effect. That's what you got from step 1. So it's always cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect. That's it. It's not a what is. You're not trying to answer a what is or existence question. That's not what the scientific method is built for. It's built only for natural cause and effect relationships. So once you have a viable scientific hypothesis, it's time to test it. You just don't leave it out there, right? It's just not, oh, this is the hypothesis. maybe. No, it's tentative. You're fixing to test it. It's called a hypothesis test. In other words, an experiment. The only thing that's added to the experiment are the control or constant variables. That's the experiment. And then now you're going to test this monkey. To be a scientific evidence, it must be tested and validated by experiment, preferably repeatable. Not just one time. Right? That's what you. So if I could summarize natural science, that's what you need. So then you ask yourself a question after that. What disciplines conform to that methodology? Right? So you go down the list of people that told you what's science or what's natural science, not science. What's natural science? So they're going to tell you, right, that paleontology, anthropology, archaeology, geology, evolutionary biology, whatever that is, and yes, I'm still laughing, theoretical physics, astronomy, cosmology, and astrophysics, right? They say all those are natural sciences. Then the next logical follow-on question, based on what I just told you about what natural science is, can any of those disciplines form a viable scientific hypothesis? That's the question you have to ask yourself. The ones I just mentioned can't. Neither of them can ever even formulate a viable scientific hypothesis. They can't do it. For various reasons. You'll never find one. So, as they say, that is saying that, you have to ask yourself the final question. How in the world can they be natural sciences and not follow its method? Well, that's an easy answer. They can't. Therefore, they're not natural sciences. So somebody's been pulling the wool over your eyes. Is that good, Adam?
Yeah, spot on, mate.
Was I on mute the whole time?
No, I was.
I'll have to do it all over again. Okay.
No. So, I mean, like I said, I think one sentence is really, it's a method that elucidates a cause and effect relationship, right? And nothing more. But the certainty that it gives you that with the empirical method is its strength. And if you look at society over the past couple of years, lots of stuff, a bit like the ballers in the early days, that was being done in the name of science. The body of science describes it as a ball. You know, all of these fallacies. Actually, as I dodge Betty's question, I suppose anything that begins, Betty, with if the Earth is a ball, blah 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 blah, is my favourite fallacy, because it's the one that they'll always start with and just get you on a ball first.
Is that a pre-proposition fallacy? Or presupposed fallacy?
I'd refer to QE there as what category it best sits in that. Or which category is probably.
Yeah, what category is that, Kiwi? You are good at that.
What category? What do you mean category?
Well, if this, then, and then be totally wrong with it.
Specifically, they'll always come up with, if the Earth's a ball, then when I see stars, blah, 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 or if I see something going over a horizon.
It's begging the question.
That first presupposition of if the Earth is a ball.
Yes.
Question.
Yes, you could categorize it as presupposed. Yeah, but it's simply begging the question, right off the bat.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that good? Did I categorize it okay?
Yeah, but is it also that the P is Q and Q is P and whatever, and then doing it wrong?
You do it wrong, yes.
And that, is it there a name for that as well?
Doing it wrong?
Yeah. So that you get the wrong outcome, right? Because you do something stupid with it.
Well, you could screw up. Good. Those are formal argument. You got modus ponens and modus tollens. Now, you could screw up your P's and Q's and not get them in that proper format. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there another name for that?
Yeah, numpty. That struck your funny bone, right? Do you like that?
Yeah, because I didn't expect that. I expected something smart in the sense of like it's like a this and that fallacy or whatever, and then it's a no Truman Scotsman whatever.
No Truman Scotsman.
Truman Scotsman fallacy. No sharpshooting fallacy.
That's not usually practiced in this genre. You'll get a lot of that in the evolutionary fairy tale stuff, but not too much here.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I have a super chat to shout out.
Another one.
Yeah.
You guys feeling all right?
From a guy named Here We Go Again. And he says, I don't listen to FED anymore because Neil drove me mad. Besides, the king of the potato people won't let me.
What the
Respectfully, right, that's not a reason to not listen to FED because Neil drives us all mad.
It's also fallacy. If P, Neil, then Q, no watching FED. Yeah.
Isn't Neil here?
Yeah.
Neil, you can defend yourself.
He unmutes, but he doesn't talk. Maybe he's not able to.
Maybe Did he unmute when I asked him?
I did. Yeah, he did. But there's nothing coming out.
Neil, drop out and come back in again, man. Something's up.
There must be a Discord thingy again.
We'll wait for him. He's going to be coming back. There he is.
Hello?
There you go.
Now, what they saying about me?
He called you a punk.
Somebody said, I don't listen to FED anymore because Neil drove me mad.
Too bad.
Yeah, too bad. Well, that's a strong...
Who is picking up potato people?
Number one, before I get rumpus by her, number one, that's a very strong defense. And number two, I was looking at that same thing. Besides the king of the potato people, that's pretty good. What is that?
Is Nathan the king of the potato people?
Who are the potato people?
You and all the panel members, I suppose.
No, what? No, that's non sequitur. What makes me a potato person?
Well, he calls you one. That's sort of included, isn't it?
He didn't call me one.
Well, you're included in the panel. Right? Usually you're also in FED.
Not usually. No.
There might be Nathan.
No, I'm not usually anymore. No, I'm usually, I'm not on the panel. I'm in the audience.
No, you're not. You're in Discord.
Yeah, that means...
Audience, just on the side chatting in.
You done? Listening. Of course not.
No.
Yep.
So
listen, if they're going to give QE a super chat, they could say anything they want about me.
You heard him. Here we go again. Get him.
That'll generate it.
I really want to know who the potato people are because Betty doesn't damn well know.
Hey, come on.
You don't know. You're just speculating. This is really cool line. I like this.
Must be king also of the potato people. I wonder who that is.
Yeah, I need to know the king. First, I want to know who the potato people are, and then I can probably ascertain who the king is.
Arwen says the potato people are the Patricia Steer spiritual bloodline of the internet.
What?
I'm glad Owen put that one in. There was two alternatives. I'm not sure if he's talking about flat Earth debate, whether it's the Polonium people and polonium rings in granite, or as what Owen alludes to, there was 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, the potato people crew, which is that.
Up. Here we go again. Just it's a red dwarf reference. What you and Nathan with this red dwarf stuff, man?
What is the red dwarf stuff?
Well,
Did I miss something?
Where's Nathan at? Yeah, Red Dwarf. I guess it was a series back there in Queensland, back in the day that Nathan and all the proper English people watched.
Proper?
Yeah.
English people?
Yeah,
You have
like
proper English people?
yeah, like Adam.
What?
It was there lost. It was there lost in space.
Gets more funny every day.
Yeah, we're not. I'm not going to know anything about that. Here we go again. I just know what Nathan tells us about that stupid show.
Yeah. So you haven't seen it, huh?
I have not seen it. No.
Maybe you can bring it up on Ballbusters next time we get to it, because we need to know who the potato people are.
Yeah, we do. So the king of the but who? Adam, why aren't you butting in here? You know about this, don't you?
I do, but Forrest are playing hard, and they're nearly scoring, so I'm a bit distracted. I'll come. 1 minute, I'll come back to you.
No. Just hang on, let the show run for a while, and then he comes back with the answer.
YouTube.
Lost in space was
hold
better.
on. YouTube. I never said I watch Red Dwarf. I'm American, sir. We don't have Red Dwarf over here. I never heard of it before.
Dwarfs that don't know, it's always big in America. So red big would be more appropriate.
Red big?
Yeah, because
doesn't anybody remember Lost in Space?
Yes,
Yeah,
but, yes, Lost in Space I watched, but that's not Red Dwarf.
Yeah, I'm saying that's their Lost in Space.
Yeah, but that's not the same thing, Neil.
You know what?
No, I'm making a comparison. It's a dumb space show.
That's helpful.
Back in the day, I watched Pigs in Space. And I liked it. I liked what was her name again? Kermit the Kicker. Kermit the Kicker. That's Dutch. The frog, right? And then Miss Piggy, of course. Right? She was in space.
Yeah, I like the two guys up in the balcony.
Yeah, what were their names again? They had these difficult names somehow.
Yeah, what were their names?
I don't know. Maybe someone in the audience knows, but
I like the way they laughed.
Yeah.
Right, quick, stopping play. I can't. Potato People's. What I think it's when Rimmer's tripping out and he's like asking. I can't remember exactly what it's about, but he's talking absolute gibberish. And it's the king of the potato people that's telling him to do it in his head. And I'm sure he's got some space virus or something like that. I can't. But it's just somebody talking gibberish when they're under.
Arwen called Nathan as a half a potato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that was it. If you went on Patricia Steer's show, you could call yourself one of the potato people.
Really?
That's the flat Earth reference. Yeah, took a while.
Well, luckily, John, you didn't do that, so that's good.
No,
good?
Here we go again. No, here we go again. Said you find the potato people living in your head if you listen to too much of Neil.
Sounds like I got a fan.
Yes, you do.
Like you're living in his head, Neil, doesn't it?
Yeah. So that has no reference to Patricia.
Is Patricia still around then?
She had a show called Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes.
Yeah, but she stopped that and she raised a whole channel, didn't she?
Yep.
Yeah, Patricia's back though. I think she.
Yeah, but not on Flat Earth stuff, is she?
Yeah. She's back in the scene talking Flat Earth.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, and has she hooked up with Mark Sargent again then?
I don't know. I've seen Patricia in one or two chats on bits and bats, but nothing. Not like she used to be. She's not. I've not seen her hosting her. I mean, I could be wrong, but I've not seen it. Other than she said hi to me something before Christmas in some chat. Other than that,
Oh, good. So nobody told her to say hi to you?
no, she did it at her own free volition.
Because John hates that when somebody says, go say hi for me. And then he says, no.
Go say hi. Go say. Yeah, that you want to get my goat.
Yeah. Well, since we sort of like went over the sort of high of this show, right?
How do you know?
Maybe you should round out. Right?
How do you know?
Well, you ate your banana already, and well, we're winding down on potatoes. Back to food again.
Yeah. There's not all that much happening except the numpties over there with they're really stepping and fetching with the elevation angle still. This is going to be going on for a very long time, and it's hilarious to me. Just want to let you guys know.
The thing is, you're not that big of a threat anymore because you're like out shooting for 4 hours a day, and then people here in Discord are like free to roam free.
I gave them all the ammo that they ever needed.
Yeah,
that's correct. That's correct.
Yeah, but they don't use it. They just leave with it and venture
because
out.
they allow them to get wrapped up in nonsense.
Yeah, well, the nonsense of the world, Neil.
I
think we have fish to fry in the world, right?
I left them bunkers and bunkers of ammo. They could just jump on the website too and just go down the list. Right? The ammo is plentiful.
Basically what you're saying is that we're done here, right? That's like I said.
We're not done here. I'm not done here.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that you are not that much on Discord here anymore because of the fact that you're like outdoor shooting. You got a new hobby, so I just think that it's good. I think I have about 21 people in my Discord server talking. So it's safe, people. The shark is out.
It's not because I was in there last night, by the way.
Oh, goody.
Oh, goody for them. Yeah, so I'm not, I don't stray all that far away. I jump in there every now and again. Now, come March, come springtime. That's another question.
Well, you could sort of rise early and shoot in the morning and be there in the afternoons.
Yeah.
With people.
Yep, I'll be there in the evenings. Not too much during the day, right? During daylight hours. So.
Well, you have 8 daylight hours in the summertime. Also in the evening, in the early evening.
That's true. So, yep, exactly.
You could be shooting from maybe 6 in the morning till what? Close to 10.
10 o'clock. No, that's too. You can't do that.
Why not?
I went for 4.5 hours, man. You can't because it wears you out.
Yeah, sure, but I mean the time stretch of you being able to shoot is like longer, right?
It is.
You can do it in the morning and until the evening. So you have a lot of time to just go out and shoot for an hour, go back in and do something else and go back out and shoot again.
That's not a damn half bad idea right there.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah, I think it's better than you do it all 4 hours at a time. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's not that far away, just about 25 steps. You're right. That's a good. As soon as you started in on that, I knew exactly where you were going. So yeah, I'll have to factor that in.
Yeah, so you should. Your obsession needs to be like spread out during the day.
As you factor that in, factor in Earth rotation while you're shooting, so you don't miss your target.
I don't do that nonsense, Neil.
That's a fallacy, Neil. Yeah.
All right. So what else?
It's in the manual.
It's in the what manual?
The almanac. You need the almanac.
No, it's in the manual. I never went to the military, but somebody told me they were in the military, and it's in the manual.
Yeah, didn't I already go over this about 25, 30 times for the past few years?
Yeah, you did.
All
Yeah,
right.
you did, but they're using that, and they're saying also that you know how it mentions that Earth is a sphere in navigation, but you got to cut through the lie. You got to look at all the information and see how they're lying to you, see how they're sticking things in for bullshit, and cut through all that nonsense and realize.
Well, thanks, Neil. I'm not going to be factoring in any Coriolis, I'll tell you that much. Got enough issues.
Exactly.
Got enough issues to factor in, man. Not as
Well,
easy as it
the
looks.
arrow is like turning around a lot.
What?
It could like sway off, right?
Have a couple flyers there every now and again.
Yeah.
They could, and it's for a number of reasons. While I was shooting yesterday, back to shooting again, they were messing with the rest. My buddies over at the bow shop, they were messing with my rest. We were trying to get it because the fletchings were hitting my finger, so I didn't like that all that much. So we raised the rest up, got a line left and right, and then raised it up, and then I started shooting. I did about 50 shots, and then I'm shooting, and all of a sudden, I'm hitting really low. I said, was that a flyer? Shot again, low, shot again, low. I said, what the hell? There's something wrong with my bow. I started, what you do is I whack it to see if anything's loose. That's another thing, because all my stuff is new. It tends to come loose real easy until it gets worked in. But anyway, I'm whacking around. I could hear something vibrate, and I whacked the rest, not the windage on the rest, but the elevation on the rest. It was loose, and it was all the way down at the bottom again. I said, oh, my God. So I had to eye that. I had to get that level just by eye. So,
does everybody know what a rest is?
An arrow rest. You need a rest, right?
Because I would sort of think that if I just jumped into the show, I think, my rest was low, and I think, well, go lie in bed and
go get some sleep.
Let me see if I can get a picture of it. 1 second. I think
my rest was kind of low. Yeah, well, raise it up and go to bed.
I think I showed it to you. It might be in this picture. I think it's the picture I showed you. All right, let me see what
also, sight. I mean, we got good sight. I mean, what do you mean? What's up with that?
All right, hold on a second. Let me see if I can't get this. Is that a good picture of it? No. Let's see. Okay. So, you see this contraption right here? What you can see my pointer? This contraption right here is a rest. This thing will pop up when you draw the bow back. There's a rest right here. It comes up, it's like a V. Right? And over here, you see these burger holes. They call these burger holes. And your arrow, I eyed it up. I tried to keep the bow as level as I could, looking at it, and then made sure my arrow, once I raised the rest up a little bit, see that bolt right there? You can adjust the elevation on this thing. So I elevated it up because it was loose. Damn thing. So I went ahead.
That's a nice bow.
Well, thank you. I went ahead and got the Allen wrench out and figured out which Allen wrench it was. So I tightened it, and then I loosened it up again, and then I just raised it up. And while I was raising it up, I had an arrow knocked. So my arrow was floating on the side over here. So I put it in the rest, and then I lined it up with these two holes just by eye. So it's probably off just a little bit, although my eyes are pretty good with that level stuff. So that's what I'm talking about, the arrow rest. It's not a really good picture. It's just a side. We got Muppet vision right here on the side angle.
Yeah, we have sort of grown to know that it's difficult to sort of make a picture of a bow that you can see well, right?
It's hard, yep.
If you put it against a really light environment behind it as background, it sort of fades things out, or it sort of makes it like flat, sort of looking.
Yeah, I tried to do it. I guess you could see it pretty good here, though. It's not bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, and this is getting replaced right here. The stabilizer, that's going bye-byes. There's a 15-incher going to be on here at the end. Hopefully, I got to check if it's shipped yet. That's going to be on the end. This helps stabilize the bow because my bow's a little light. So it's very difficult to hold it steady. So what you do is you put more weight on it. So that 15-inch bar, I'll put some weights out on the end. And I got an 8-degree down angle. I call it 8-degree bubble. So it'll be shooting off down here with, I don't know, 2 or 3 ounces of weight. And then I'm going to put a side bar on the side right here because what's happening, every time I draw back, my level on my sight is pegged to the left. Every time I draw back. So I'm playing games trying to get the level. And that's wasting time on the shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix those stabilizers where I could draw that bow back and keep my eyes closed, draw the bow back, and as soon as I open my eyes, that level is going to be level, not pegged to the left. So that'll save me about 5 seconds in torquing. How about that? So we're getting off the beaten path here, but yeah, that's what I mean by rest.
Someone in the chat says, I just had set the poundage on my neighbor's bow. What you set at, Constable Racing?
Right now it's at 55. I'm headed up to 62 by the end of the week. So 62 is max poundage on my bow, and that'll be just, I'll be right in the lane with 62 pounds. And my arrow speed about that, I'll check it, but my arrow speed about that will be about 310 feet per second. And that's, that's really fast for my purposes. I'm not killing Bambi. Even that's overkill. I mean, I think the minimum poundage in the state of Pennsylvania for whitetail is 35 pounds. So I'll be up at 62 by the end of the week. And like I said, for my purposes, 310 feet per second, I'm good to go. Yeah, good.
Yep. All right, I think it's time to go, huh?
Is it time? Go.
Yeah, I think it's time to go.
He said that about 15 times in the past 5 minutes. Have you got some archery lined up or something, Betty?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, I need to go back to my presentation and work on it. So I think, and since we're talking archery, I mean, I listen to John talk about archery freaking, well, all the time. So I know what a rest is, I know what a sight is, I know what the cams are and all the components and strings and poundage and whatever. Yeah.
Do you care about any of that?
Yes.
Well, I do like it. I mean, I do really. I'm interested in it. But then after a while, I think, yeah. Right? It is. I mean, it's not my obsession. It's his.
Yeah, I get a bit self-involved with it.
A bit. That's an understatement.
Musicians for Truth. You shoot a 50-pound, and that's fine. As I get older and stuff, 50-pound is really, really comfortable, especially on my bow. It's like a dream to pull back at 50. At 50, I'm at 55 right now. It's still a dream. So I'm thinking 62 is still going to be a dream. I just got to get used to it, and then that's my final resting spot is 62. I need that arrow speed for farther out targets. I don't want my... You see, the slower the arrow is, the larger the sight scale is. So I'd like to crunch mine up a little bit. That's why I'm headed to 62. And here's a very important point. When you max your bow out, it's at top efficiency. That's another little secret. So when I go up, my bow will be at top efficiency at 62 pounds. So that's another reason why I'm doing it.
Yeah, he said something about good luck with shooting for 4 hours with a 62 draw.
Yeah, that's going to be a challenge. Yeah, but I'm working out these days. So I've been working out for about past 2.5 months. so it's not that big a deal to me. If I wasn't working out, I agree with you. That would be a problem. But I shot at 55 pounds, 200 arrows yesterday. I'm still in. I should be really sore, but I'm not. I was whooped, like I said, but I'm not sore today. So that's telling me that my form is good. My rhomboids are a little bit tight. That's telling me that I got good form because I'm using the bigger muscle groups instead of the smaller ones. So that tells me a lot right there, in fact.
He says 62 will give you archer's shoulder, bro.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I had problems with sorry, we're not leaving yet, Betty, but I go over this. I had problems with biceps tendonitis, not shoulder issues. So I tore the biceps tendon a little bit few months ago, about 4 months ago. Not the shoulder, so that's the thing that ties into the shoulder. I didn't tear it the whole way, when you tear that thing the whole way, you get pop-eyed, right? Your whole muscle rolls down into the bicep. I didn't do that. It was just a partial tear. So I changed my form, and I don't even engage it. So
he says something that's interesting. He says one side of your body gets bigger than the other.
No, but I've been working out both, so I've been trying to offset that. But
I've seen that with tennis players. If you watched tennis players back in the day, where they used just one arm, the men did, and then you could see that one arm was like really pronounced, huge, big, and then the other was like loose hanging, whatever, loose hanging limb. And so I could imagine that if you should maybe get a left-handed bow and try it left-handed as well.
You're out your mind. I can't shoot no left-handed bow. Shit. That ain't good. Yeah, that's all I need.
Well, you can at least change up and see which one you like the best.
Yeah, I know which one I like the best.
Challenge would be.
Yeah, sure.
Even in your wallet would be an extra challenge.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Yeah, forget that. Yeah, we ain't playing that game. All right, let's wrap it up. Announcements. So Thursday, Betty's show is.
Yes, I have done a great deal. I hope to finish up even tonight and tomorrow for the best part. Yes, so I'm really stoked on getting this out. Mention, and it's about the Bride of Christ, of course, then the betrothal, and then we go over the church.
Did you say you're stoked?
Yeah, because I like this. I like the presentations to do them, and I might not be well in presenting, but I really like to get them together, make them look good, and I learn so much by doing it, and it gives me focus.
Yeah, it does. Yep, I agree.
It's my obsession nowadays.
Yeah, it is your obsession, and you do a great job in presenting. Don't give me that self-deprivation crap.
No, I hear some people, and they are really like capturing people with the way of presenting.
You teach fine. Shut up.
I'm not a teacher. I told you.
You present fine. It's. I don't want to hear it anymore. You're good to go. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. So stay tuned also for BALLBUSTERS. Like I said, Saturday, it's logical fallacies. So we'll wrap it up here for today. I'm gonna leave you with that numpty dipshit Bob, the pseudoscience fallacy guy. On the way out. So one more time with this numpty. Have a good one, guys. See you Thursday and Saturday. Out.
No, you're measuring the angular distance between a star and a point on the horizon.
A point on the horizon?
All right, are you going to do it?
Sorry, the point on the horizon. Sorry, Bob, stop. I've got about 10 quotes of you saying the horizon's not needed on QE's channel. It was trimmed out by YouTube also. Shout out to you.
So you don't need a horizon with a sextant, no.
Go ahead.
Saying the horizon.
Go ahead.
There's he chanting through me. Why is he chanting through me? I don't get it. What's wrong?
You don't need a horizon for a sextant.
Why is he chanting through me? I'm clarifying that you specifically on this show told us you don't need the horizon. What's going on?
So you don't need a horizon with a sextant, no.
You unlock this door with the key of
retardation.
Beyond it is another dimension. You're moving into a land of
bullshittery.
You've just crossed over into
the numpty zone.
You are so dumb. Damn.
No, you're measuring the angular distance between a star and a point on the horizon.
A point on the
That's
horizon?
All right,
So-
are you going to do it? or are
Sorry,
you
the
just
point
gonna
on the
sit down and
horizon.
try and play
Sorry,
word
Bob,
games?
stop. I've got about 10
right,
quotes
well-
of you saying the horizon's not needed on QE's channel. It was trimmed out by YouTube also. Shout out to you.
So you don't need a horizon with a sextant, no.
Don't need. You sound
I
a
do
little
this.
bit, a little bit quivery in the voice there, Bob. You don't need the horizon.
Of course not.
No, you're measuring the angular distance between a star and a point on the horizon.
So you don't need a horizon with a sextant, no.
Hey, I've got a sextant challenge for you in the timeout chat. It'll prove that celestial navigation, which is based on spherical trigonometry, works. Nope, got to have a triangle for that. No, there's no triangle. No, there's no triangle. But you're more than welcome to use flat earth trig to do it. No, there's no triangle. No, there's no triangle.
That we will require spherical trig to do this. Will we or won't we?
Absolutely.
Well, okay, how are we going to do that without triangles, Bob? Do you want to define what trig is? The two different trigs. If we're not going to need triangles, can you define what that means?
Busted! Numpty dipshit! You're a retard! Unbelievable, folks.
Seriously, Bob, you've laid out a challenge, but when we come to clarify how it will prove for sphere Earth, you said we could either use flat Earth trig or we could use spherical trig. But then you've gone on to deny triangles.
No, there's no triangle. No, there's no triangle.
Got a question there, Bobberoony. If there's no triangle, bum sniffer, then why do we need to use trigonometry, which is the study of triangles?
I don't get the... I seriously don't get the mentality that would do this. It's humiliating for you.
Turn out the lights.
Double speaking, tender clown's face monkey.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end.
Ballers scattered on dawn's highway bleeding. Fallacies and refravity crowd their fragile eggshell minds.
So what's trig? For the audience's benefit, this dumbfounded silence is what you get when you become a fundamentalist religious zealot chanting about measuring angles on a curved surface. You start denying that you're doing triangulation, or that you even need triangles, or that there's even adjacent that you need at all. That's what you get to. Do you realise how stupid you sound?
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird's a winner.
You're a clown.